The summer festival in Neverwinter is now over, but luckily we do have some last chance vendors, and I highly recommend spending any petals you have remaining. They will only last us this week and then they're gone. They just disappear, poof, from your inventory. So in this video I want to check out the companion, the Dragonborn Grillmaster, because I never actually checked it out last year, and I haven't done so ever. And I need to add it to my list anyway. It's a striker companion, which can also give you a bit of power and defense, with the ability of potency, which you can get from many other companions, and hot foot, power and movement speed. For the rest of the store here, it's mainly just fashion items. I would say though the pig is very useful with its utility power, especially if you're doing like PvP in Icewind Dale, and otherwise just to have that extra heal over time while you're controlled by enemies. You'd be surprised how often you are controlled. Ultimately, I would spend most of your petals on pinanas. It'll give you unbound food here, and it'll also give you insignias, which you can convert to powder. And yeah, the rest is just fashion here. You can spend your favors to get even more petals, but still you will have to spend them this year. But you could save the packs, I guess, till next year if you wanted to, or just save the favor. The favor will not disappear, and you could save it for next year's mount if we get a new one. We still have the 2 remaining rune boards and the snail here. All pretty much just cosmetic items there, unless you really don't have anything else. And then, yes, there is a last chance vendor for the tickets. If you have been kicking your Saha balls, you'll be spending those tickets here. I recommend getting the flowers there and just getting more pinatas with those. Silver tickets, I recommend getting like strong boxes of influence and waiting till the times 2 Guildmark event to donate them. And then otherwise getting green insignias and mithril tickets, you'll just mainly get legendary boxes there or legendary companions. And ultimately, don't worry about spending those tickets. You can save them for next year. There's no big deal with that. And maybe someday they'll update the rewards with these, who knows, but it's up to you to save or not. So let's go ahead and get the Grillmaster here. It's a whopping 10,000 petals. That's quite the grind to get those, but logging in every day should get you enough. And we're going to switch to a character where we already got this. Unfortunately, the companion is bound to your character when you obtain it. You can't sell it or anything like we may have been able to do with previous year companions. For testing purposes, we are going to upgrade it to Mythic. I do not recommend doing so. You can even test it out yourself on Epic. The damage difference will be next to nothing. But just checking here against one enemy, let's see what kind of attacks she can do. So, yep. She's, I guess, just going to stab with her knife there and then breathes fire. As per her stat page, she has her flame broiler, serve 'em up, and slice. Serve 'em up is just a passive bonus. Let's see if I summon 2 more enemies here. Should have 3 or more. There we go. Serve 'em up. We gain the bonus power. Defense, power at 45%. Dismiss this guy. We should lose the buff. Power at 43%. So that works excellent. And then we'll use the combat tracker to see what kind of damage she's outputting, and it does not seem like anything impressive. Even her AoE attack, Flame Broiler, max hit 20,000, slice, yeah, 17,000. So she's not really going to be doing anything much. Again, the only reason I would take her is for collections and that ability if you were to make use of it. The power here, Hot Foot. It can go in defense or offense, it's pretty nice, but it's power movement speed. Most cases, you won't need either on a DPS. I mean, if you want to stack a movement speed build, well, here's another option along with the Icosahedron Ion Stone. But again, her damage is really low. 6,600 DPS versus the top here at 48,000, 40,000 is minuscule. So if you have the petals and were considering to get it, I would take a pass on it. When against multiple targets, you can see she goes and breathes fire on them, but it does not equate to much because it just doesn't have the high damage potential. Like only hitting for 30k, not going to compete with something that's going to hit for 200k in AoE, like Shattercut Witch and Regis, some other ones there as well. So that's about it. Make sure to take advantage of Dreadring if you haven't done so already during the ×2 Legacy campaign week. You'll want to go there and try and get lots of Vanguard scripts so that you can follow the schedule and get enchanting stones if you need them. You'll spend those scripts in order to get the Thayan lair keys, and you can also, instead of doing quests within Dreadring, just jump into the skirmish of Dread Legion and farm that over and over. It's a bit of downtime between events here. Next week's just times to Icewind Dale, and then the following week after that we finally get Hell Pit, which will be a daily progression event where you can ultimately get a token of achievement, some mythic mounts and companions if you've saved up enough. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.